The U.S. has looked into whether the man accused of leaking classified documents had any foreign ties. And right now, there is no evidence that 21-year-old Jack Teixeira had any such connections or that he was part of any larger organized foreign operation. However, according to three people familiar with the investigation, the Biden administration and law enforcement agencies have looked into that possibility. This comes as some say Teixeira's alleged actions should be protected as free speech. Judge Andrew Napolitano is with us this morning, former New Jersey Superior Court judge and author of 10 books on the U.S. Constitution. Welcome, as always. I always enjoy our conversations, and I learn a lot. And I really enjoyed reading your recent op-ed on this topic. And you say if you had the authority, you would terminate all prosecutions for the revelation of truthful matters about the government and pardon all persons who revealed government truths that are of material interest to the public. Does that apply in this case with this 21-year-old man?
Well, sure it does. I mean, what he revealed, and first of all, good morning, Marni. It's always a pleasure to be with you, and I enjoy our work together as well. What he revealed is that the government is spending or has spent $68 billion on a war that it believes it's going to lose. The United States government, the senior military officials in the United States, in the Pentagon, revealed in these documents that the air defenses of Ukraine are so completely degraded that they will be non-existent by the end of next month. That's 6 weeks from now, at the end of May, 7 weeks, and that Ukraine is getting beaten badly. That is the opposite of what Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin told the Senate Armed Forces Committee. So effectively, what Teixeira revealed, and I'm assuming he's the revealer, the evidence is overwhelming that he is the revealer at the earliest stages of it. He revealed it to his chat room. Somebody in the chat room revealed it to somebody else. That person revealed it to somebody else, and that person posted it on the internet. But so what was revealed appears to be real, genuine, truthful information that the Biden administration has hidden from the public, and that the Biden administration has expressed the opposite view when it has discussed this in public.
And by releasing it sort of changed the trajectory of the war, right? It changed some of Ukraine's policies on the battlefield and also Russia's strategy. So where do you draw the line between free speech, the public's right to know if there was information that was not being shared, versus protecting government secrets, which everybody gathers, and also protecting national security? There's got to be a line there, fine as it may be.
Well, if Jack Teixeira worked for NewsNation instead of for the Air Force, his revelations would have been absolutely protected. If he had emailed all that stuff to you, Marni, and you checked it with NewsNation's lawyers, and they said, yeah, the Supreme Court says we can reveal it because it's truthful, that is, it's accurate, it's not doctored, and it materially affects the public interest. That's the Pentagon Papers case, when Daniel Ellsberg stole 7,000 documents from the Pentagon where he was employed, gave them to the New York Times, gave them to the Washington Post. The Supreme Court, by a vote of 6-3, said, too bad, Pentagon, you've been lying, and the public has the right to know this. And so the law is, if legitimate media gets their hands on this, they can reveal it with impunity. Why not anybody who gets their hands on this revealing it with impunity in this day of self-publication? Jack Teixeira, if he is the thief, helped Americans know that their own government has been lying to them. And that is something we have the right to know when we decide whether or not to reelect that government.
But isn't it also true, I mean, for an employee, even as young as he is, that he signs an oath that he will have access to certain information and that he will not share it, right? I mean, that's just part of the process of becoming an agent. So you have to approach it differently, right? They've agreed to keep certain things secret.
You're right. He has agreed to keep certain things secret. He also has agreed to abide by the Constitution, which is that the public has the right to know what the government is up to. Look, there's no question he's going to be prosecuted, and the law as it is written and the law as it has been enforced is not looking good for him, is not on his side. But in the big picture, is he a criminal or is he a hero? Was Daniel Ellsberg a criminal or a hero? Was Julian Assange? Was Edward Snowden? Was Bradley/Chelsea Manning? These are part of the public debates of about people who have risked their lives, liberty, and property so that the rest of us can learn what the government is truly up to.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.